folks, Urbane here, and excited for today. We're going to be interviewing a gentleman by the name of Vince Mow, and his story is that, from what I know, is that he avoided crashing by flying in between two trees and taking the wings off. Saved his life. So that's what I know so far. I don't want to chop up the story any more than that, but I'm excited to hear what he has to say. I'm excited to interview him. It should call for a very interesting story. All right, I'll be back. Hello. Vince, how are you? I'm Will.
Will?
Yes.
Well, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So, if you'd like to take a seat, I just want to see how you look.
Chris warmed it up.
Yeah. Butt warmer.
Really close like that.
Chris is a professional butt warmer.
That's a different interview.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of you so you can see what you look like. Make sure you're pretty.
You should have figured that out.
Wonderful.
That's pretty much me.
Okay.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah, I got Alexa in my bathroom when I take the shower. Alexa, put on this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What do you want me to play?
Oh. Alrighty. Yeah, I got 4 of them. You want to put them all 4 like this? they're all full. They're so strong.
The only thing, sometimes if you have a little light, just the right amount of light behind, it brings out the headshot.
Right. So first thing, tell us.
I am.
Oh, okay.
And my parents named me Vincent. Joseph was my middle name. My last name was Mow, which was an abbreviated form of Von Mova, we believe, which suffered at Ellis Island from a certain amount of abbreviation, I suppose you could say. San Jose was the place where I thought about going to school. I never really actually attended San Jose State College, as SDS, Students for a Democratic Society, took over the campus. And things became violent at times. At the same time that I was wondering about who I was supposed to be, it was a fascinating time to be living, where you had to think about what you accepted and what you rejected. I remember standing with the folks at San Francisco State College, now San Francisco University, I think, protesting, when the flowers were being put in the gun barrels of the SWAT team that came out to stop us from, I don't know what. To tell you the truth, I don't remember what we were actually protesting except for the Vietnam War at the time. Utopian societies don't come except at great cost. Let's take a break.
And
I'm thirsty. Anybody else thirsty?
I got my water in the car.
And the bathroom is there and to the left, right at the end of this black rug.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a little tight squeeze over here. Oh, wonderful.
It's awesome.
Wonderful.
God help me if I trip over an obstacle after I made some. Opened up where 5 of the triangles popped up when you released their tether. So Bucky walked into the dome and it was a jewel. It looked like a diamond. If you were Buckminster Fuller at that time, who was showing people how to take these structures from nature and apply them to physical form, you walked into J. Baldwin's geodesic pillow dome and you were astounded. But Bucky, unlike others, when he was astounded, he went into explaining mode and suddenly became the font of knowledge of how we do these things. So Bucky walks in, I'm a fly on the wall. If I could have been a fly on the wall anywhere in the world at that point, it probably would have been there. And Bucky lays down on Jay's waterbed in the center of the pillow dome and starts pointing out features of the dome and asking Jay questions. And I think I was in some kind of engineering nirvana at that point.
So how's the interview going so far?
I don't know, what do you think?
I think it's going great.
Good.
I think
Me
you're doing
too.
a wonderful job.
Yeah. It's not the worst topic in the world, as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's about you. This is awful.
That's right.
Yeah, the microphone influence.
Yeah, the microphone.
Okay. And we're going to check out the studio. The interview went well. Very, very interesting story.
That's what I was saying, though. I mean, there was a pleasure meeting with them.
Pleasure meeting you as well.
I look forward to looking at the things you're going to cut up.
Yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. I love the story. It was very interesting.
Good. That's a small percentage, actually, but
I'm sure.
Shift over much.
It was a really great overview, though. Like,
Well, let's take your shoes off, and then I can show you the rest. I hate to do that to you. Oh, good. You're slip on it. So, many years ago, I guess, would be six or seven. This barn was falling apart. It was a barn, just a shell of a barn. You could see the sky through here. This was all, the floor was gone, the roof was gone. And this third of the barn was falling apart. So this entire section had to be built up from the old foundations were intact, however. So yeah, from the foundation up. And so I was sort of committed at some point while I was rehabbing both the house and the barn and everything to getting this back to the point where the lender would pay me to finish the project because they were saying, well, you got to do something with the barn. Anyway, long story short, Dave Lax came over. We were walking through here. Dave and I were standing maybe over there. This was a stairwell. Where you're standing right now was a stairwell going up to there. And I said to Dave, so Dave, how could we turn this into a studio? Just joking, basically. And he said, well, you'd have to take out the stairwell, which we did. It's over there now. And open it up a little. And I said, okay, well, you're going to have a post somewhere. You can either have it here or you can have it there. And he said, put it on the stage. It's okay. So that's our big obstacle. But that was basically from that discussion, Dave has become a tenant, you could say, but a lessor for ages now. One of the best tenants you could ever ask for. So this is the master control room back there, if you want to take a look.
Oh, nice.
And this is music and video, of course. He has audio mixers as well as video switchers in there. And it's really cool to shoot from the control room too. The sound in there is excellent. It sounds. Of course, down here, this auditorium seats about 40 people. We have chairs.
Wow.
Yeah, we have folding chairs. You got to clear.
What
all
size are they?
Huh?
40 people in my size?
There's a separate bathroom back there. This is a big storeroom for all his equipment. And this, of course, here is underneath the stairs that go to the apartment upstairs.
Uh-huh.
And it would appear to be an elevator.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. But I see right there.
Of course it's not. That's where we keep some of the chairs, but it's, it's a nice,
That was nice, though.
it's a vocal and,
Yes.
and possibly other instruments, you know, isolation chamber for when you do recording and stuff like that.
This is where you turn into Clark Kent?
But Dave helped me design the. I mean, he and I designed the space according to his needs, so it was kind of cool. This is a heated floor. There's liquid tubing. It's not heated right now because he's away. He's away for a couple of weeks. But it can heat the whole building. This is all the heat we had for a while.
Wow.
And I can make the floor so warm. The equipment's back in a little space between storage and the bathroom over there. Yeah, so this was the
This
first.
is wonderful. This is cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. They have their own little entrance, too. White shoes wasn't the best choice. I think they're glowing right now. Thank you for showing me around.
Welcome. Certainly welcome.
Yeah, it's definitely stimulus. Yeah, we're not out of it yet.
But fortunately, I have enough wood left for a couple more nights.
Thank you.
You're welcome.